Hello, and welcome to Ice is Slippery, an unserious podcast about hockey brought to you by 1.5 hockey fans. My name is Kate, and I'm the hockey fan.
And my name is Fred. I'm half a hockey fan.
Hello, Fred. How are you today?
Howdy. I'm good.
Good. It's been a couple weeks since we've done this.
It has, yeah.
It feels really weird.
It does. Yeah, I ended up not doing a rogue birding podcast while you were gone.
Much to everyone's disappointment,
Probably.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So...
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm not entirely surprised. I kind of didn't think that you would do that.
No. I did also consider just doing like a funny hockey update based on what I knew, but it turned out I didn't watch any hockey while you were gone. So
also a thing that does not surprise me very much.
Yeah.
So no, it's fine. Yeah, it's basically we took the week off. I was out of town last week. I had a really nice vacation. I got to spend time with my best friend. I got to eat some really good food. I got to have dinner with somebody that I know through work who is a lovely person. And she is a Vegas fan. So maybe I will not hate Vegas as much.
well, I mean, that'll come and go.
It does ebb and flow like the tides. She did give me some fun new hockey lore to look into. So I'm very excited to explore that. And then you've had an exciting week too. You started a new job.
I have got a new job. Yep. I was holding down the fort while you were gone.
Yeah, you solo parented. It was all very exciting.
You know, I should say I actually did flip on a little hockey. It was Golden Eyes every now and then when I sat down to eat something and they were on. So I watched, I don't know, upwards of 15 minutes of hockey.
That's great. And we did get our Golden Eyes merch finally.
We did, yes.
Yes, we were not able to go to the game that we had planned to go, but we bought tickets. So we still supported them financially.
We supported them, yep. We couldn't give them away. And
but it's the thought that counts.
Absolutely. We're glad that, you know, whoever was sitting next to us had like the ability to spread out.
Yes, that's really good for them.
Yeah.
So congratulations to them. Well, since it's been 2 weeks, I think we've got a lot to cover.
Holy smokes. This is going to be like, what, 4-hour podcast?
Probably not. I tried to be somewhat restrained and dignified when I gathered things together, but you know me, I have no concept. So it very well could be a mega episode. We'll just have to find out.
All right.
Well, to kick things off, this was Hat Trick January, apparently. So January 2026 set an NHL record for the most hat tricks in a single month. There were 31 hat tricks in 31 days. Before, the record was 29 hat tricks in a month, and that was set in December of 1985.
Wow.
So pretty crazy.
We saw a couple of those hat tricks too. So.
We did. There were some memorable ones there that stood out. Mika Zibanejad was the only player to have 2 hat tricks this month. And one of those came during the Winter Classic on January 2nd.
Oh, yeah. He crushed that thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So that made him the first player to record a hat trick in Winter Classic history. So obviously, I think, you know, a memorable hat trick kind of kicking off the whole month.
Yeah.
Maybe put something in the air. The Bruins beat the Rangers 10-2 on January 10th. And during that game, 2 different Bruins players registered hat tricks.
Man, oof.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
On January 24th, Evan Bouchard scored his first career hat trick. And then 2 days later, his teammate Matthias Ekholm scored his first career hat trick. So they became the first defensive pairing on the same team in NHL history to record hat tricks in consecutive games.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll go with them.
So that's, I think, pretty notable. On January 27th, another defenseman, Rasmus Dahlin of Buffalo, would also score his first career hat trick. We saw that game.
Yeah.
That one was pretty cool.
We love Dahlin. He's great.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Anaheim Ducks rookie Beckett Seneca had his first career hat trick on January 25th. Calgary was up 2-0 when Seneca scored 2 goals to tie up the game. Each team scored another goal and the game went to OT, and Seneca picked up the puck and went coast to coast to score the game winner in OT for his hat trick.
He went Space Ghost.
He went Space Ghost. He went full Space Ghost. So, no, that's good for him. I really enjoy him.
Yeah.
And then also some of our favorite little dirtbags, Travis Konechny and Mason Marchment, scored hat tricks this month. So
fantastic.
I know. So I don't know. It's just a really great month for hat tricks.
Yeah. Now, of those hat tricks, how many were empty net hat tricks? Because, you know, I don't count those in my hat trick stats.
There were at least a couple.
No, I know.
So, but, you know, just because you don't count them doesn't mean they don't count.
Well, they count officially, but not Fred officially.
Not Fred officially. All right, good to know. Well, bad reffing has been kind of a theme of the year. I mean, it's a theme every year, but it feels especially egregious this year.
That feels like a theme that's been there since I started watching hockey.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels extra bad this year.
Is it? Okay.
And there have been a few highlights or maybe lowlights from the past few weeks that really have kind of jumped out at me. So back on January 20th, Lane Hudson got a 2-minute penalty for tripping Marcus Foligno. The thing is that Lane Hudson was like 3 feet away from Marcus Foligno, and Marcus Foligno just full on fell down. He wasn't anywhere near him. It was bad enough that the ref reviewed it like during the TV timeout and then went over and apologized to Lane Hudson and was like, I'm so sorry, my bad. Like, it was really egregious.
Oh, that's fun.
And then just a few days ago on the 29th, Mackerel Broccolini flinched back when Matthias Ekholm's stick got too close to his face, and the refs blew the whistle for a high sticking. And Celebrini immediately protested and said, no, it didn't actually hit me. But the refs were like, no, he's getting the penalty anyway.
Oh, wow.
And I've definitely seen refs wave it off before when somebody has been like, no, it wasn't actually a high stick. Like, it just looked like it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you would think they would maybe go with the guy who was there that said it didn't happen.
Yeah. And like, I've seen the video and he did flinch away from it, but it was, it was literally just like kind of one of those automatic response kind of things.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the whistle blew, he was protesting like immediately. He was like, no, it didn't hit me. And the refs were like, nope, off to the box with you, defenseman guy.
You better be careful when some of those tough guys do like those head fakes that, like try and make them flinch.
I mean, I think he's tougher than that, but I don't know. You have a hockey stick whizzing right by your eyeballs and see how tough you are.
Yeah, no, I would certainly be flinching all the time.
You don't even like to watch horror movies.
No.
Not that I do either, but I also know that I would flinch at everything and do flinch at everything. And then last night, Tom Wilson basically put his entire elbow in Logan Stankoven's face, but that was a legal hit because of reasons.
Yeah, I liked that hit.
Sure.
I mean, not for Stankoven, but like, my God, he got rocked.
He certainly did. He was seen getting treated over on the bench. He had an abrasion by his eye, but he came back into the game apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was fine. And then, but last week, William Nylander flipped off a broadcast camera at a Leafs game and got fined $5,000.
Oh, did he get fined for that?
Yeah, $5,000.
So stupid.
Yep. So it's just the inconsistency continues to be just mind-boggling.
He got the maximum fine for that?
Yes.
That's dumb.
For flipping in the middle finger.
I tell you what. I would get out of Toronto if I was a player.
But mashing your elbow into the nose of our favorite short king is totally fine.
Exactly. Yeah. It's, I don't know.
It's just
no justice.
No justice in this world. It's crazy.
Yep.
Getting into NHL news, there have been some trades since we last talked.
Have there?
Yes.
Oh boy, my favorite.
I know. I'm just keeping it to the sort of the big news.
Okay.
The New York Islanders acquired Carson Soucy from the Rangers and also picked up Andre Palat from the Devils in exchange for Maxim Siplakov.
Oh, that was the big one?
Listen, not all names mean everything to you, but we do have people who listen to this who will understand that. I know you're only half a hockey fan, but the fans are full hockey fans.
I feel like I've maybe heard one of those names.
Yeah, you would recognize them if you saw them written down, maybe.
Okay.
So the Vancouver Canucks have started their fire sale, and the San Jose Sharks acquired forward Kiefer Sherwood from them.
That's a pretty good get, I feel like, for them.
I think so, too. The Vegas Golden Knights received defenseman Rasmus Anderson in exchange for Zach Whitecloud. So I think that's great because he's the one who does all the stare downs, and that just feels like a very Vegas showman kind of thing to do.
Oh, yeah. No, that'll be good. I think we were talking about this. I think I saw something. Whitecloud's super bummed. He's got a buddy or something that they had a beer on the porch when they left and made an Instagram thing, and they're real sad or something.
I think that sounds right. I do think I kind of remember that. So that's hard. The trades can be really hard on people. So I do have sympathy for that.
Yeah. Right? I don't have that worry at work. I might work somewhere different tomorrow because my boss is you know what? You don't work here. You work elsewhere now.
Right. Yeah. It's,
And you got to move.
Yeah. Overnight.
Right.
You don't even get any time to prepare for it or anything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That's not healthy.
No, there's a business that was started by the wives of some NHL players, maybe former NHL players, maybe current, it's just a moving business where they help NHL families move when they get traded.
Yep.
It's literally a whole thing. So.
Yeah. I had a brief stint working for a company that does that for fancy executives too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not the most convenient thing in the world. We're complaining about maybe having to move next year, in the same city, the same small city. We're oh,
10 blocks away, probably.
I know. We're oh, this is terrible. So yeah, no, that sucks. It sucks a lot. The biggest trade news, though, hasn't actually happened yet. Artemi Panarin is currently out of the Rangers lineup for roster management reasons.
Oh, he's still out?
Yeah, no, he's...
Oh, they haven't done anything.
No, he's just not going to play for the Rangers anymore until they trade him.
Wow.
But the trade deadline isn't until March 6th.
Yeah.
So they really have until then. So I kind of explained to you this week what roster management means.
Yeah.
That it just means, oh no, we're going to trade him so he doesn't play. But usually that just happens like on the day they play.
Right, yeah.
Like the Andre Palat trade that day. Like I think they had announced in the morning that Sipkov was going to be not in the lineup for roster management reasons. And I said, oh, well, he's getting traded later. And then later in the day, the Devil said Andre Palat wasn't playing for roster management reasons. And I go, oh, I guess we know who Sipkov's getting traded for. And then they got traded.
Right.
The next day. So.
Yeah, I assumed that was what was going to happen with Panarin. Well, now they've got like more than day old bread.
Yes. Yeah, the bread's going to be very stale by the time this trade is over.
Yeah, the soup kitchen's not even going to want it at this point.
No, it's not going to be FDA approved.
Jeez.
So yeah, no, it's basically, we've kind of talked about this before. Panarin has a no move clause, which is different than a no trade clause. Like you can't even remember how the Rangers threatened to move Trouba down to the, like put him on waivers basically.
Yeah.
So anyone can pick him up. They can't even do that to Panarin. So all of this is being done with his cooperation. They wouldn't be sitting him out if he was not cooperating with this.
Yeah. And this is really like, don't get injured because you're leaving kind of thing.
Exactly.
Right.
This is, we're getting you out of here before the trade deadline. You're obviously cooperating because you're going along with this and being sat out.
Yep.
Otherwise, you would just be playing out the rest of your contract with us, which is the rest of the season. So according to Elliot Friedman, there are two groups of teams interested in Panarin. Some would be willing to give him an extension and others would not. So the teams that would be willing to extend him are the Washington Capitals, the LA Kings, the San Jose Sharks, the Florida Panthers, and the Detroit Red Wings.
Okay.
And then there are some teams who would not be willing to extend, and that would be the Colorado Avalanche, the Anaheim Ducks, and the Dallas Stars.
Okay.
But pretty much Panarin has said that he's only willing to go to a place that's willing to extend him. I had heard that he would consider Dallas without an extension, but I've also heard that even that's not the case. I don't want him anyway. Like, I'm fine. I'm good.
Well, all right. I'll get Jim on the horn and let him know.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Anyway, it just seems like too much drama. So what I'm hearing is that the Panthers are his number one destination.
Oh, of course.
Of course. They are winners and he likes winning, but they don't really have the cap space because what he's looking for is like a long-term high dollar deal, and they are going to be pretty cash strapped.
It does seem like not picking a team that can extend right now might be a good idea business wise, right? Like just go be a rental and then have your cake and eat it too this summer.
Yeah, I think
your bread.
I mean, I think, if you really want to just go in and try to win a cup this season, sure. But I also see wanting to just get in and locked in and make a deal too. So,
man, I'd just go to Colorado for the rest of the year, get the cup, and then go somewhere fun.
I mean, you're not wrong about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Colorado, someone on Reddit pointed out that the Colorado Avalanche have the same amount of regulation losses at home this season than the New York Rangers have regulation wins at home.
Wow.
The Colorado Avalanche have 2 regulation losses at home, and the New York Rangers have 2 regulation wins at home.
Bizarro teams.
Yeah, so maybe that would be a good pathway for Panarin, just to go to your reverse team.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of tragic.
Well, anyway, that's the most I've ever thought about Panarin.
Yeah, and that's the most I care to think about Panarin. I'm fine. It's fine. Just go somewhere. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just don't come to Dallas. We're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Mitch Marner made his return to Toronto on January 23rd as a Golden Knight. The team played a tribute video for him, and he received lots of cheers during that, but he was also flooded with boos every time he touched the puck.
Mm-hmm.
A Toronto fan was also holding up a Leafs jersey at the visitors' tunnel that read "Sell Out," referring to Marner, and his Vegas teammate Keegan Colasar snatched it out of the fans' hands and threw it on the ground before Mitch could see it.
Love that.
And Vegas won the game 6-3, and as Mitch skated off the ice, he tossed his stick into the crowd to a fan in a Vegas Marner jersey.
Wow.
Which felt kind of pointed.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I don't know. Good for him.
Good for him.
I think he's living his best life.
I think so too.
And I think Toronto is just a dumpster fire. And I think they need to just tear it down.
It's clearly imploding over there. Things are not going well.
Yeah, no, I feel like, how we had a hawk show up in our backyard, and now we don't get any birds right now.
That is true.
They've dispersed. I feel like Toronto needs to disperse.
Yes. So we need to send a large angry bird to Toronto, a large hungry bird to Toronto.
Yes.
And then maybe the players would be like, maybe I'll go somewhere else for a while.
Yeah, just go somewhere else. Just take a year off. Just the whole organization.
Everybody.
Just be like, you know what? We're not competing this year. We're going to go figure things out.
I'm just going to have a reset.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. I think that's a good idea, actually.
Right. I'll send an email.
I like that. I think you should. On January 19th, Jonathan Toews made his first return to Chicago as a Winnipeg Jet, and he was definitely more well-received than Mitch Marner was in Toronto. He received a 4-minute standing ovation, and they played a really emotional tribute video.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he was the captain for a long time there, and, he wasn't playing his greatest when he left, but he was also, really sick. So
right, yeah. Well, that's good, but it's funny how these teams don't play each other all the time, right? That's the first time he's been back yet this season. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And same for Mitch. And it makes sense, right? It's just the way the schedule is. But yeah.
Yeah. No, it is kind of strange where you're just like, oh, okay, really? Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
Carolina Hurricanes goalie Brandon Bussi is having a breakout season. And I think we should talk about him for a minute because his story is pretty cool. So it's his rookie season technically, but he's 27 years old. So he's considered too old to really be a true rookie.
They're not going to give him the credit.
Yeah, no, for a Calder, usually the cutoff is 25. So he wouldn't be in consideration for the Calder eligibility. He was undrafted and he spent a lot of time in the AHL system. He, I think, signed with the Bruins organization, but was mostly in their AHL pipeline. And he was kind of trapped behind Swayman and Allmark and Korpisalo and maybe another goalie. So he just kind of never got out of their AHL system. Mm-hmm. So in this past offseason, he signed with the Panthers and was going to kind of try and come up with them. And he had a 1-year 2-way contract with them. They put him on waivers to send him to the AHL. And the Hurricanes were like, you know what? We don't have a lot of depth right now. And we have 2 injury-prone goalies. We're going to snatch him up.
Yeah.
So they grabbed him and everyone's like, what the fuck? And then Kochetkov got injured and is going to miss most of the season. Mm-hmm. So Bussi ended up getting his first NHL starts.
Yeah, correct. I feel like we saw the first one or maybe the second one, right? He didn't even have a mask that was painted yet. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, it was very sort of unexpected.
Yeah.
And he's having a crazy good season. First, he became the fastest goalie in NHL history to 10 wins, doing it in just 11 games.
Hell yeah.
And by now, he has become the fastest goalie in NHL history to 20 wins, reaching that milestone in 24 games.
Wow.
Which is really awesome. So his record is 23-1, and he has a .906 save percentage and 2.22 goals above average. So that's crazy. And he grew up on Long Island and was a huge fan of Henrik Lundqvist growing up. So they got to chat on a TNT post game this week after he hit his 20th win. And it was a really nice moment because Hank was kind of, pumping his tires a little bit, which is really cool. And also, I guess Bussi's dad had tweeted out a picture earlier in the day of a young Brandon meeting Henrik Lundqvist. And he was wearing a Ranger sweater and his little glasses. And he was like, oh yeah, I remember this. We waited at a mall for 2 hours to meet you and Yager. And then I was like, I didn't say a word. I was so overwhelmed. So it was really sweet. And they got to have a really nice moment. So I just think that's great for him. And, sometimes things aren't linear. You can't be a superstar. Everybody can't be an 18-year-old phenom. Sometimes your time comes later. And I think that that's great for him.
Yeah, no, we've seen a fair amount of him play this year. I feel like at least 4 games. And
yeah, for sure.
And I'm basing this on nothing other than my recollection, but I believe he's kind of fun to watch as a goalie.
I think he is. Yeah. And I think he's very good. And yeah, he feels more seasoned. And I guess that makes sense with the age and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think that's nice for him. I like that. I like sort of unexpected, heroes like that emerging, out of the pipeline. So I think that's great. In another TNT segment this week, our old friend Cheesecake Factory was interviewing Seth Jarvis, and he asked if a certain play was advantageous. And Seth Jarvis immediately said that he didn't know what that word meant. And there's also no way that Biz knows what that word means, so he should stop using it. And he was definitely not wrong, because Biz actually pronounced the word as advantageous when he asked the question.
Wow.
He was like, was that play particularly advantageous?
Nice.
Seth's like, First of all, no.
Jarvis, man, what a character.
He's so good.
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't catch Biz saying it wrong, but that is 1,000% on brand.
He definitely said advantageous, and it really made me laugh.
Yep.
So that was great. And this year's Stadium Series is taking place later today at Raymond James Stadium, where the Lightning will host the Bruins, and the weather is cooperating. Game time temperatures are estimated to be in the 40s, and there were actual snow flurries in the Tampa area last night.
I talked to my mother this morning. She is under a blanket with a heating pad, and she's like, this is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was chilly intermittently when I was in Florida last week. So when I left, the day I left, it was quite cold. So yeah. There were also some fun videos and things that were popping up around the NHL this week. On Thursday, the Red Wings played the Capitals. Alex DeBrincat rimmed the puck in, and it hit the camera hole and perfectly ricocheted into the goal to tie up the game.
Well, that's fun.
It was absolutely wild. And the game ended up going into overtime, and Detroit won in the shootout. So it was a very monumental goal indeed. And then speaking of Detroit, the Avalanche were there last night, and Eric Johnson was interviewing Nathan MacKinnon. EJ asked Nate how big this game was, and Nate grinned and said, as big as that spray tan you've got, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
It was good. And then the clip was posted online where EJ later commented, just fell to my knees in glow tanning, because he's chronically online. And I just really enjoy him, and I'm so happy about his post-NHL career.
It seems to be going well for him. God, he's just fitting in so well.
He's doing so good. I mean, he's always just been very entertaining. There's, like a whole montage of like his time in Philly where the, sideline reporter guy is like talking during their warm-ups, and EJ's just in the background doing like very comical things to distract him. And it's just so good. He's just a really lovely person, I think.
Yep.
Brian Boucher was also apparently getting heckled on the national broadcast after a segment he did on the Philly broadcast where he and Jim Jackson were eating gritty sundaes. I guess they were making fun of him about that when he did a national broadcast. And he responded by eating a Cookie Blaster sundae from ringside that was provided by the Columbus Blue Jackets. And he was like, whatever, fuck you, I have ice cream.
Yeah. The man, there's a long history of ice cream and the Philly broadcast team.
He seems to really enjoy eating frozen treats, and I can't blame him.
Yeah.
And then they were like, carefully, drip some on your jacket. And he's like, oh no, I only brought one jacket for like 3 days. So they were roasting him about that too. But it was, I don't know. I love Brian Boucher. I think he's great.
Yeah. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like ice cream's like his one vice where he's like, everything that goes in my body is good except, ice cream. Fuck it. I'm eating ice cream.
I know. I feel like he probably like doesn't smoke or doesn't drink, but like ice cream. That's it. Like, he's drunk on ice cream. And I love that. On the topic of food, the NHL had a video where David Pasternak was rating viral pasta dishes.
Oh, okay.
And they were truly upsetting. There was one that was like strawberry pasta, where it was like macerated strawberries, like turned into like a sauce and like poured over spaghetti. And he gave it an 8.8 because he said it was something that was like not dissimilar to a food where he's from.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. Then there was one that was like a pasta cake. It was basically just like a bunch of different pasta kind of like wrapped in lasagna noodles and decorated like a cake.
Okay.
I mean, which seems like it would taste fine at least. Like I would prefer that over the strawberry pasta. But yeah. And then finally there was a glitter pasta. It was just like spaghetti and meatballs, but with tons and tons of edible glitter in it. And he rated everything very highly. So I have questions about his taste now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just polite, but I don't think so. He seems like he would happily eat any of those.
Yeah, I don't know. That's nothing I'm aware of. Viral anything.
I mean, you're pretty chronically offline.
Yeah, so.
I mean, I'm chronically online and I was not aware of any of those, but I'm more in hockey spaces than weird food spaces. So
yeah,
I guess that helps.
Viral pasta, sure.
Yes, the viral pasta, of course. The NHL had another video where they got players to try and spell Andrei Vasilevsky's last name, and it went about as well as you would expect. It was funny because some players were close, but some were genuinely panicked about the prospect of having to do it. Victor Hedman, his teammate, is the only one who got it right.
So yeah, you would hope, right?
Yeah, but even he was just kind of like feeling a little nervous about that one. I mean, there are lots of I's and Y's in there in unusual places. Speaking of Lightning players, on January 23rd, Nikita Kucherov was taking a shootout goal in Chicago, and the crowd booed him before and during the shootout attempt. Kucherov scored a pretty decisive goal and then went shh to the crowd, like shushed them as he was skating off, because he does really enjoy being a villain when he can. And it was pretty funny, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that does sound funny.
Right? Yeah.
I probably should have seen some of these things. Like, I'm just like, this sounds fun. That sounds fun.
I'll show you some of them. I'll show you the good ones later. This one you have seen. It was a few days before that. Anaheim Ducks goalie Lucas Dostal got very confused after his team beat the Avalanche in a shootout. He thought that he still had to face one more shot. And so his teammates are sort of pouring onto the ice to go celebrate with him. And he's like, no, get back. What are you doing?
Yeah.
He was very confused. It was very cute.
That was very funny.
I liked that a lot.
I tell you what, I'd be confused too. Like sometimes, because we've been to games too, like you don't always know if they score either necessarily immediately. I'm sure he does on the ice, but still.
Yeah.
It's a lot to keep track of.
There's so much going on. He's way far away.
Absolutely.
It's hard being part of it.
I'm going to give him a pass on that one.
I think so. There you go. For some other in-game shenanigans, a linesman approached Connor McDavid during a game to basically be like, hey, is there anything I can do to make things go more smoothly with Leon during face-offs? Because Leon Draisaitl is constantly getting tossed out of face-offs and then getting mad that he's being tossed out of face-offs.
He does. And I didn't know that was like a known thing. But yeah, he's constantly getting tossed out, isn't he?
And then he's like yelling as he goes.
Yeah, I love the talk back. It's like the deal's done. You're out. Like you're not going to get back in there.
Yeah. And he's like, well, if I'm out anyway, I might as well just say what's on my pissy little mind. So yeah, no, he was like, is there anything I can do to kind of make things go more smoothly? And Connor was basically like, nah, he's always just a little hot under the collar. Like, you're fine. You're doing your best. And I think that's beautiful. Joseph Wall dropped into the splits to make a save. And it got me thinking, are goalies just drag queens? Like, they have a lot of padding. They're doing splits all the time.
Yeah.
Like, this is maybe something to explore.
Interesting.
I don't know, like which goalie is which drag queen. That could be a fun future game.
Yeah, exactly. Which one does the best death drop?
Yes, exactly. And then meanwhile, all of this chaos is happening in the NHL, and over in the PWHL, Marie-Philippe Poulin is just casually scoring backhand OT game-winning goals and making it look super easy.
Yeah, that was sick.
It was so good. Just like backhand OT game winner. Yeah. Just super casual.
Yeah, she's one to keep your eye on.
Yeah, I think she's a real up-and-comer. That one. Yep. Finally, my favorite moment over the past few weeks. Really, it's kind of really a series of moments. So first, let me set the stage. It's January 19th. The Florida Panthers are playing the San Jose Sharks. Panthers and Sharks, born enemies, They have teeth.
Right.
It's a thing.
One lives on land, the other in the water.
Yes. Panthers can swim, though.
They sure can.
And Sharks are crafty. You never know what they'll get up to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Matthew Brendan Tkachuk's first game of the season after missing several months recovering from surgery. Vinny Desharnais of the Sharks decides to welcome him back in the first period by laying a huge open ice hit on him. And everyone rejoiced. It was really funny.
Yeah.
There's like a great still of him just kind of like hitting the ice and his stupid mouth guard hanging out.
All the trainers on the bench are flinching, but everyone else is like, woo!
Exactly. So, well, it looks like he healed up fine because he stayed in the game. Then in the second period, Desharnais scored a goal. Now, he is a defensive defenseman who is known for his shot blocking. Until that night, he had only scored one regular season goal in his entire NHL career. So that was only his second goal ever.
Nice.
And it would end up being the game-winning goal.
Hell yeah.
So it was a pretty notable goal. So he was having a night. Then in the third period, Desharnais tripped up Mackie Samoskevich, and the whistle blew, so Desharnais was going to go to the box. But then Evan Rodriguez came flying in after the whistle to hit Desharnais in the back and knock him to the ground. And the Sharks did not like that and, jumped in to defend Desharnais. Nobody was more fired up than goalie Alex Nedeljkovic, who was immediately in the middle of the fray. And then obviously none of the Florida skaters can engage with the goalie. Like, that's just not done.
I mean, they could, but I wouldn't
It's just not not the way things are done. Even if he's out of his crease, you just don't do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Sergei Bobrovsky comes in like an avenging angel, just tearing down the ice from the other side. Now, a ref has pulled Ned away, but then left him unsupervised. So Ned kind of, I guess, somebody alerted him that Bob was on his way in. So he kind of turns around and Sergei kind of nods his head like, what's up? You want to go? And Ned's like, abso-fucking-lutely. And they throw their gloves and Bob rips Ned's mask off. And then Ned rips Bob's mask off and then they're fighting. And like the refs were just distracted and Bob came in so fast that like they actually got a real goalie fight in, which is very hard to do.
100% legit real goalie fight.
Legit real goalie fight. Ned took him down. It was pretty cool. Both teams were, hitting their sticks on the side of the benches, but like the Sharks bench in particular was just fucking losing their minds. They were so excited.
No, that was awesome. I will say, when I did consider doing a rogue podcast, that was going to be my only hockey update. I'd be like, there was a goalie fight, guys, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been worth it alone.
And now let me tell you about birds.
Yeah, that I mean, what else is there going on, really?
Nope.
So it was fantastic. Michael Misa, one of the newest baby Sharks, was interviewed after the game, and he said that he and Macklin were just screaming, "Get him, Ned," which is so cute. Ned said he was just trying not to get punched and that he hopes he made Ryan Reeves proud. Ryan Reeves did say he did a good job, and it was his first time witnessing a goalie fight live, which was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Desharnais said, "I've never had a goalie defend me like that. I loved it." And it was just really cute and nice.
Totally.
And the Sharks vibes continue to be fantastic. So yeah, I think those are kind of all of my news highlights over the last 2 weeks. And if there's anything I missed, we could talk about it in Fred's corner of stuff we haven't talked about.
Oh, I don't know if there is. Hold on. Let me see. I'm pretty sure there's nothing for me to say. Unless I yeah, my Fred notes say goalie fight.
Okay, all right.
No, I was going to say I've been watching more and more PWHL, and I've mentioned this to you. It's pretty good.
It's really great.
It's pretty good.
It's awesome. I'm excited for you to watch women's Olympic hockey, too.
I'm excited for Olympic hockey. Yeah.
And we're going to talk a little bit more about Olympic hockey later. So
later. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have no updates. I'm just getting back into hockey now. I think I've only watched 1.5 games at this point. So
that's fine. I fully knew that this would be a vacation for you, and I'm very happy for you that you were able to do that. So I had a vacation from life. You had a vacation from hockey. It was great for both of us. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and look at the Flyers and the Stars. And I'm just going to kind of give bigger overviews of the last 2 weeks.
Perfect.
So we last recorded on January 17th, and the Flyers have played 7 games since then. It hasn't all been bad. On Monday, the 19th, they defeated Vegas 2-1. And on Friday, the 23rd, they absolutely obliterated the Avalanche 7-3, which is very entertaining for me. The other 5 games were losses, but they did go into OT twice, so they picked up a few extra points that way. Some specific highlights. Since we live in Colorado, we're usually blacked out for Avs games, but I got to watch that one since I was in Florida. It was pretty back and forth the first 2 periods, and the game was tied 3-3 heading into the third. But less than a minute in, Owen Tippett scored his second goal of the night, and just over a minute later, Matvei Michkov scored. Then halfway through the third, Tippett completed his hat trick with a shorthanded breakaway. So he was one of the hat tricks in Hat Trick January. And then Michkov scored again into the empty net with 3 minutes to go. And the other 2 Flyers goals came from earlier in the game from Bobby Brink and Denver Barkey. And yes, a big deal was made about Denver Barkey scoring in Denver.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Might as well.
Yes. And then on Wednesday, the 28th, we finally saw the return of Dan Vladar, who had missed 2 weeks with a lower body injury. He was a little rusty to start, but he was not helped out much by the Flyers' defense. He did make some really spectacular glove saves later in the game, though, to the point where the camera was showing like visibly frustrated Columbus Blue Jackets players.
Oh, yeah. There are two notable
Yeah, there was
saves.
Fantilli and then maybe Fabry. I don't know. Definitely Fantilli, though, just like looking like, what the fuck? How did he save those?
Yeah.
It was crazy. And Travis Konecny managed to score a hat trick in that game, even after he took a puck to the lower leg that clearly hobbled him for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
He was just fully limping around.
Yeah, it looked like it hurt.
Yes. But despite TK and Vladar's efforts, the Flyers lost to the Blue Jackets 5-3. But I just kind of wanted to shout both of them out because they were awesome.
Yeah. I mean, TK was doing it himself.
Yeah. He said, fuck you. I'll do it myself on one leg. But alas, he could not.
Alas.
Alas, alack. So moving on to the Stars.
All right.
Oh,
I'm just going to summarize. The Flyers don't look that good anymore.
They don't look that good. They're still kind of miraculously, like, they're out of a wild card spot right now, but they're only out by a few points.
Yeah.
And that's because they keep getting those OT points.
Yeah.
And Flyers fans are like, listen, if we're going to fucking lose, can we just fucking lose so we can get a higher draft pick? Like, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, because, they, before were looking kind of interesting and reasonable and like fun to watch. There's a little bit of fun lost at the moment, I think.
TK's really having a hard time with it. He would really like to make it to the playoffs at least once, I think. And, I don't think he's doing great. I think the Tocchet thing is not going well.
I don't think it is.
I understand that Michkov showed up, quote unquote, out of shape this season at the start. I think he didn't get great guidance from the Flyers and what he should be focusing on. He seemed to focus a lot more on bulking up at the beginning, and then he got injured, so he couldn't focus on his skating. So he came in slower and not as conditioned.
Yeah.
But part of it was he wasn't just sitting around eating bonbons all summer. He was, the bulking up was an intentional thing. And then the injury was not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But there is this perception of European players of they're soft, they're weak, yada, yada. And Tocchet's one of those old school coaches who feels that way.
Okay.
And he's doing exactly the same thing to Michkov that he did to Elias Pettersson of looking at it as a moral failing if you come in and you're not on top of your game 100% for camp. And could Michkov have prepared better? Absolutely. But the same thing where Pettersson didn't come in ready for camp is because he had fucking tendonitis in his knee. And he still played on it for a year because the Canucks medical staff was just and the coaching staff just pressured him to play through it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just they're overlooking these reasonable sort of medical things. And so Michkov, even as he gets better, is still not getting any ice time. And it's he's still being punished for this thing that he did months ago. And it's just so irksome.
Yeah.
Tocchet's still bringing it up and still talking about it. And it's okay, fucking get over it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I've said this a few times, but I do feel like Michkov needed another year or two with Torts. I feel like that was exactly what he needed for his, freshman, sophomore, junior year or something.
For sure. I mean, Torts was not an easy guy either, but he pushed Michkov in a way that was there was a back and forth, there was a give and take.
Yeah, there was an understanding, you could tell, right? Michkov's no, he's being hard on me and I like that. And when he pushes me too far, I'm going to push back. And he also likes that. And I don't know.
Tocchet's not like that. Tocchet is nope, no talking back.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's just not great. And the vibes just seem to waning.
They seem to be waning, don't they? Yeah. So anyway, I don't like Taco. I'm looking forward to a post-Taco Flyers already. And I know I've got years for that. So
yeah, it's pretty much exactly what I was afraid was going to happen, has happened and is happening.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. And I feel like Meech could come in the best shape of his life next year and Taco will still find something wrong with it. And it's not cool.
No,
so,
I don't know.
Don't love it. It's that same kind of stuff where it's, Jason Robertson doesn't check. It's this they're soft because they're not American or something. It's weird. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Torts to Buffalo, Michkov as a rental to Buffalo. And next year, Buffalo wins the World Series.
Okay. All right. He's half a hockey fan, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, let's move on to the Dallas Stars. So there's some off-ice stuff first.
Okay.
We already knew that the Dallas Stars would be hosting the 2027 Stadium Series next February, but now we officially have our opponents. We will be playing against the Vegases.
That was my first guess.
Yes.
That it would be the Vegases.
I was kind of thinking it would be the Vegases or the Colorados, but the Colorados are going to be playing in next year's Winter Classic.
They're playing the Mammoths.
With the Utahs.
Yeah.
So once we found that out, we were okay, it's the Vegases, and it has been confirmed.
Yep.
So that will be happening next February.
That's going to be in Texas too, right?
Yes, that's going to be at the Cowboys Stadium.
Are we going to go to that? We should probably think about it.
I don't know.
All right, we won't.
It's going to be so far away. The seats are so far away from the rink.
Oh, I know.
I mean.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We'd rather spend our money on ice
Yeah.
rink side.
Exactly. If I'm gonna spend money on something like that, I want to be as close to the action as possible.
All right, fair enough.
I don't want to be far away and outside.
Yeah, those games
Sounds
suck
silly.
anyway.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Jason Robertson scored his 30th goal of the season. And in his post-game interview, Mike Heika asked if that goal was for his cat. Robo said, "Everyone's for my cat." To which Mike Heika replied, "I know." It was just like his particular inflection. He was just like, "Yes, Jason, we know everything's about your cats."
Yep.
So there's already a big groundswell of support for Robo right now, and people fell even more in love with him after learning that he's a devoted cat dad. A picture resurfaced of him from 2 years ago where he was showing off his sock to a photographer that had his cat's face embroidered on it. And yeah, Robo has an orange cat, and I feel like that says a lot about Robo.
Oh, is it an orange cat?
That's an orange cat.
Oh, that's
an orange cat named Murphy.
Murphy.
Yeah.
An orange cat named Murphy.
I feel like that gives you a whole different insight into Robo.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to think about this for some time now.
I think you need to like mentally recategorize him. Like if you just think of him as like an orange cat guy, you're like, oh, okay, this changes things.
It does. It really does. There's been a paradigm shift in my understanding of him as a human being now.
Right? Exactly. It'd be way different if he had like a Siamese cat or like a black cat or something.
Right.
But an orange cat, very, very specific vibes.
Yeah. And named Murphy.
Named Murphy.
Yeah.
Yes. I know. See?
All right.
Cat stuff. It's very complicated and layered.
It is, as we both sit here with two cats on us.
Yes, you have your cat on you. I have my cat on me. And that's just how it is.
Yep. All right. Well, shout out to the cat dad.
Shout out to cat dads. Love a cat dad. The Star's social media posted a video this week asking players, what's a topic you know more about than your teammates? And it was pretty delightful. So Mikko Rantanen was up first. Robo off camera said that Mikko knows more about scoring goals than anybody else, which is pretty funny. Mikko's answer was Eldoa stretching, which I looked up, and it actually looks like it might be something really beneficial for me. It's basically...
What is it called?
Eldoa stretching.
Eldoa?
ELDOA.
Eldoa stretching. Okay, I've never heard of this.
Yes. Well, it's basically postural exercises using myofascial stretching.
Oh.
So, like, sounds right up my alley, really.
Okay.
But Mikko specifies that his area of expertise is, quote, activating the glutes, which is amazing. So, and he had a very impish smile when he said that.
That's
so
great.
I thought that was great. Maverick Bork is an expert at dairy farming.
Yeah.
He grew up on a dairy farm. So he's like, I know about milking.
No, absolutely. He knows how all that stuff works.
Exactly. Thomas Harley prompted Wyatt Johnston that he's good at jigsaw puzzles, which makes me just imagine them just having old man days sitting around doing jigsaw puzzles, which is very funny to me.
Going down to the common room.
Yep, at the nursing home. I mean, they all live in an apartment complex together, but now I'm thinking it's a retirement community.
Right.
So, which is so funny to me.
They're going to the rec area and there's a new puzzle and they're real excited.
They're just doing their jigsaw puzzles at the puzzle table. Wyatt also says he's good at cooking, and Mikko says, what do you cook, ground beef macaroni? And then Wyatt protests that he cooked Maverick the best steak he'd ever had. Maverick, but it's a steak, bro. Like, he's like, it's not that special.
Yeah, I'm not going to vibe with Maverick. A well-cooked steak is something to be proud of.
I agree with that. I think that that's great.
Yeah.
Thomas Harley says he knows about the Bills and about the most long-suffering voice of all time. So he was likely talking about the Buffalo Bills, but it's even funnier if you just imagine that he's complaining about the electric bill. That really furthers my Thomas Harley as an old man agenda.
I know a lot about.
I know about the Bills.
About the utilities.
The furnace. Oh, man. I don't know. That's funny. And then finally, Justin Ritzkovian said, nothing. So much to learn out there. So much out there to learn. So I love a self-aware king. He's like,
yeah.
I don't know.
He's like, I'm not going to
anything.
pretend that I know stuff.
He's like, I definitely don't know more than anybody else about anything. And that's fine.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Man, I would have crushed that conversation. I'd be like, I know more about a lot of stuff than these guys.
But mostly birds.
Well, currently birds.
Yeah. For me, probably would have been heated rivalry. So kind of their overview of the past 2 weeks. They have also played 7 games since we last recorded. And the last time we checked in on our favorite green idiots, they were losing more often than they were winning. But I am pleased to report that they seem to have turned that around. They do have some losses in the past few weeks, including a 4-1 loss to the Lightning and a 1-0 loss to the Blue Jackets. But they have also managed to string together some victories. So some highlights over this time. The most impressive might have been January 20th when they defeated the Bruins 6-2. Wyatt Johnston kicked off the scoring with a power play goal.
As he does.
Everyone's so surprised.
Yep.
That was followed by goals from Maverick Bourque, S. Lindell, Justin Ritzkovian, and then 2 from Jason Robertson. The Bruins didn't get on the board until midway through the third, where they scored 2 in pretty quick succession, but the Stars had a pretty decisive victory in that one, which was a really nice change after some struggles.
Yeah, it's good to have a palate cleanser, right?
It is. And then on January 23rd, the Stars started to put together a little winning streak. That started with a 3-2 home victory against the Blues. They faced the Blues again on the road and took the win 4-3 before heading to Vegas, where they took home the 5-4 victory in the shootout. I will say that the second Blues game and the Vegas game were classic Dallas Stars ADHD icons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they kind of do the thing where either they forget to show up until like the game's well underway, and then they're like, oh wait, I'm great at hockey, and then they are amazing, or they show up and they start really strong and then they get distracted and then they almost lose before they pull it together right at the very end.
I know both of those predefined storylines.
Yes, and it's both ADHD behavior, and that's, you know, something I'm very familiar with. So yeah, this was definitely the sort of start off strong and then go, ooh, something shiny. So in the Blues game, they had a 3-0 lead at the end of the second period, but by the time there were 4 minutes left in the third, St. Louis had managed to tie it up. Fortunately, with just over a minute left, Thomas Harley scored the game winner off of the faceoff. So that was a huge relief. In the Vegas game, the Stars were up 4-1 at the end of the second, but Vegas tied it up with under a minute left with a goal from Mitch Marner. Fortunately, Jason Robertson and Mikko Rantanen managed to seal the win in the shootout. So, yeah, just hanging on by our fingernails there.
Yeah, well, it's good they put those together, I guess.
Well, you know, they like to make it exciting. They're like, oh, no, we're having decisive victories. The fans won't like that. Like, let's make them sweat a little.
Yeah.
So last night, the Stars wrapped up their road trip in Utah. The Mammoth took a series of unforced errors, starting right off the bat with a delay of game penalty less than a minute in. Thomas Harley kicked off the scoring with a power play goal. And maybe between that and his game winner, people who are hating Thomas Harley can maybe just like calm down a little bit. Like, he had a bad stretch, but like there are people who are like acting like he has purposely been throwing games now that he's getting paid. That's crazy.
I don't know.
Crazy business. They're like, oh, he's getting paid now. He doesn't care anymore. It's like,
people are crazy.
They really are. Later in the period, Wyatt Johnston scored his league-leading 18th power play goal of the season. And with that, he tied the single-season franchise record previously established by Mike Modano in the Dallas Stars' inaugural 1993-1994 season. So, yeah, basically.
And the season's like...
Yeah, like half over.
Still going.
Yeah, still going.
That's crazy.
It's super crazy. So he's just crushing it. Utah did get a goal on the board, but then Matt Duchene reestablished the 2-goal lead, and Duchene now has a 4-game goal streak.
I know. I was talking shit.
You were talking shit, and he said, not today, Satan.
Yeah.
You're Satan in this scenario.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. No, it's good because I don't like him, but he should be scoring because he is a good hockey player.
You want him to do well.
I do. I don't not like him though.
Right. He's the annoying younger brother.
Exactly. So good for him. Also, Tippett, who I've been talking shit about, is doing well too now.
Exactly.
So, all right.
You just got to talk shit and they'll do better.
All right.
That's just science, I guess.
All right. Somebody's going to be on my short list pretty soon.
Utah did get one more goal on the board in the third period, but we managed not to give up our entire lead this time. So I'm considering that an improvement.
Sure.
And we kept the win streak alive with a 3-2 victory. So
yeah, that was a game that I saw.
It was. We watched like all of it.
Yep.
I think you dozed off a little bit in the end.
Well, probably.
Yeah, but that's fine.
That sounds like me.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a really good game. I thought we did well.
Yeah. The biggest improvement for me with this game was the camera operator for the Mammoth was fine.
Yes, we were not like your drunk go home camera operator.
Absolutely, yeah, and I realized I called for their termination from their job last time, and that's a bit aggressive. Like they just needed to maybe take a class on how to do camera stuff.
Maybe the old one did get fired.
I know.
This is a new one.
Oh God, I hope I didn't create that karma in the world.
Well, if you did, then they made an upgrade because it was way better.
It was way better, and there was a lot of behind the net.
Yes,
footage.
Lots of POV from behind the net, which was really great, like especially on the Wyatt Johnston power play goal. There was like a really cool angle of that.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a fun game to watch. I do think the Mammoth are slightly exciting to watch, and I think Dallas handled them very well because they move a lot.
They are very movie.
And I feel like if you buy into their moving and start following them and lose your structure, like you're toast with them.
I did feel like Dallas controlled the game for the most part, though, which was a nice change from what we've been seeing, where we've been on our heels a lot. So, I don't know. I think it's good.
They also seem real large.
Yes, they do seem large there. That's all of the soda that they drink in the Utahs. So now that we've talked about our teams, it's time to move on to the part of the podcast where we talk about fun things.
Oh, okay. When do we do that?
Right now.
Okay, cool. Let's do that.
So I'm going to introduce a new recurring segment.
Oh my God.
And this one I'm going to call it, one day I will stop talking about all things heated rivalry, but today is not that day.
Oh, we're talking about heated rivalry today.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, sure.
So Saturday Night Live is taking a break after last night's episode, which was hosted by Alexander Skarsgård. And it was announced yesterday that when the show returns on February 28th, the host will be Connor Story, who played Ilya Rozanov in Heated Rivalry, or plays because it's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited for him. I think that's great.
I think it's amazing. I think it's not going to help the show necessarily. I think the writing's still going to be terrible and the cast is just going to be a wreck. But
by the show, you mean SNL, of course.
Yeah. It's bad news bears out there this season.
I feel like if anybody's like charismatic enough to make things work, even when they are so bad as they are at SNL, Connor Story and his cute little smile can probably make things go a long way.
I really hope so. We'll see. I don't know.
I'd love it if they embraced his physicality, like his clown, his underground clown time in LA. His time in the underground LA clown scene.
We'll see. I don't know. I just I think it'll be great. But there's been hosts this season that you would think would pull the writing out of the toilet, but that didn't help either.
Well, they'll have a month off, so maybe they'll be well rested or something.
Yeah, I've had enough time to workshop these with ChatGPT.
Maybe. I don't know. There'll be some Olympics references, maybe.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I'm excited for him. I just wish
I think that's
Saturday Night Live was good, but like that would be great, theoretically.
People might be able to tell that we're fairly big SNL people and have been for decades.
Yeah. We're going through whatever the opposite of a renaissance is right now with it.
Exactly. It's the dark ages out here.
It's the dark ages of SNL. But anyway, I'm still really happy for him. So I think that's great. And yeah, that's all I have for that right now.
Oh,
but
that's it?
That's it. No, I'm not.
Oh, that's our new segment?
Yeah, that's just our new segment.
All
it's
right.
just when sometimes there's really big news about it. So I'm just gonna mention it. I thought that was big and newsworthy. So
very good.
Yeah. Do we have anything to report in Fred's birding corner from the last couple of weeks?
Oh, geez. I don't know.
Anything new or exciting?
Yeah, there's been a lot of exciting things. And I certainly did some birding while you were out, but not a whole lot. This weekend, I've done a ton, though.
I was going to say, you've made up for it this weekend. I've barely seen you.
Yeah. But no, I mean, nothing too exciting to report. I'm up to 47 species for this year. So that's pretty exciting. And yeah, no, nothing super fun.
You did get attacked by the Townsend solitaire again while I was in Florida.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, that happened again. I'm not going back to the graveyard to do birding anymore.
I think it's just like, listen, you're at the graveyard. You clearly want to die. Let me help you.
Oh my God, that bird is out of control.
It's the Townsend solitaire strikes again.
Right.
So
yeah, no, not a lot to report on birding. I highly recommend it as a hobby.
He's really liking it, guys.
Yeah, no, and I'm to the point now where I'm like out there spending more time with birds. Like I hung out with a bunch of white-breasted nuthatches today, and it was just fun. It was just sitting there looking at them, and they were just doing their thing, being upside down and shit.
Sounds like a wild time.
It was pretty wild.
All right. Well, I don't have a game this week, but I thought since the Olympics are coming up, we should talk about those a little bit.
Well, we should, because guess what? Fred's excited about the Olympics.
These are words I never thought I would hear.
I don't know what it is. You reach the age where birding becomes interesting and the Olympics showing up and you're excited. I've never been excited about the Olympics. I'm like, whatever.
You've never been more middle-aged than you are right now.
Yeah. And I've watched a good chunk of the Olympics over my life,
I mean, I grew up in the 90s, so like peak, figure skating era.
I saw all the 90s Olympics. Like, yeah. And I don't know. It's just something different. It's new and it's something to do for like 3 weeks or however long. And I'm just pumped.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. So on Thursday, we will see the last of the scheduled NHL games before the Olympic break. The league will be paused for 19 days and ultimately resume play on February 25th. The PWHL has a slightly longer pause. They stopped on January 29th and they will be paused through February 26th. It has been 12 years since the NHL has sent players to the Olympics. So some people may be watching Olympic hockey for the first time or the first time in a long time. So I thought it might be a good idea to sort of brush up on how Olympic hockey works for myself, for you, for, I don't know, humanity.
That does sound good. I just wanted to say, too, I'm so excited about the Olympics that I feel like there's going to be a new segment coming up, and it's going to be Fred's Curling Corner. I'm going to get real into curling this year, and I'm going to figure it out.
I wish you guys could see the face I'm making right now. I don't think there are words to describe it.
You know, I've watched so much curling in my life, and I still don't even understand it, but I really like watching it. So this year I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to just do all the curling, and I'll give you all the curling updates.
I mean, I'm going to be real hardcore into the figure skating, so that's fine. I'll have
That's true.
Kate's figure skating corner.
Yeah, no, we're just going to Olympic deep dives here.
Yeah, we might just do an Olympic broadcast here, or an Olympic podcast. All right, so let's talk hockey. The men's ice hockey tournament features 3 groups of 4 teams. So there's Group A, Group B, and Group C. And these groups have already been determined by their IIHF world ranking. So the groups are Group A, you have Canada, which is ranked number 1, Switzerland, which is ranked number 7, Czechia, which is ranked number 8, and then France is ranked number 12 because Russia has been banned.
Okay.
In Group B, you have Finland, which is ranked number 2, Sweden, which is ranked number 6, Slovakia, which is ranked number 9, and Italy, which is ranked 18th. But since they're the host country, they get to participate.
So 13 through 17 didn't get to play?
Exactly. So it's not in all of the things, but in certain events, usually team ones, the host country has the option to participate, even if they're not in like the 12th seeded or whatever.
Oh, that's funny.
I know. Things I didn't know. And then Group C, we have USA, who's ranked 4, Germany, who's ranked 5, Latvia, who's 10, and Denmark, who's 11.
This seems like a real odd assortment of rankings in the groups to me.
I mean, it's just kind of like your standard tournament group.
Okay.
Really. It's like your highest seeds going up against your lowest seeds, and then like your middles kind of going against each other.
Okay.
So
I'll allow it.
These groups are going to participate in a round robin format to establish seeding for the later knockout rounds. So basically their seeds in this first round are just what are based on like earlier international competition.
You know, you're telling me things and I'm zoning out because you've said seed and robin, and now I'm just like in bird world. So
You're incorrigible. All right. Well, for people who don't know, a round robin tournament is a competition format where every participant plays against every other team in their group at least once. So Group A is going to play 3 games, Group B will play 3 games, and Group C will play 3 games. So everyone has a chance to play each other within those groups.
Okay.
And no one gets knocked out in this round. Every team will advance to the knockout stage. So this is just to establish seeding for the next stage, which is the elimination phase. So the top 4 teams, which are the top 3 group winners plus the best second place team out of all of them, will get the 1 through 4 seeds. And they'll move right to like the second round of the knockout. So into the quarterfinals.
Okay.
And then everybody else goes. And from this point on, it's single elimination. So
yeah, I thought the whole thing was single elimination. So there is like a warm up round.
Yeah, basically it's the round robin to determine your seeding for the elimination round.
Okay.
So everybody starts facing off in the elimination round once their seeding has been established. And those top 4 teams automatically get to go into the second round, which is the quarterfinals.
Mm-hmm.
So the other 8 teams compete. They move on to the quarterfinals. So there's only 8 teams left. And then you move on to the semifinals where there's 4 teams left. The 2 winners of the semifinal teams go on to the gold medal match. And the winner takes the gold, loser takes silver. And then the 2 losers of the semifinals go to the bronze medal match, where the winner takes bronze and the loser doesn't get a medal.
All right. Well, if you want to just write that down, send me an email on that one. that'll be great.
All right. I mean, it makes sense to me, but I did have to do a lot of reading to make it make sense.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't really listening, so that's part of my problem.
You were just thinking about birds.
No, I was like, she's saying stuff, and I missed a part of it, and now I've missed the whole thing, so I'm just going to nod and smile.
All right. Well, that's kind of your usual MO. I get it. Okay, I'll put it in an email. I mean, women's hockey kind of works similarly.
Oh, is women's different?
It is a little different.
Oh, okay.
So instead of having 12 teams go in, there are 10 teams, and they're divided into two groups. There's Group A and Group B. So for Group A women's hockey, there's Canada, USA, Finland, Czechia, and Switzerland. Those are they're ranked 1 through 5. And then Group B is Japan, which is ranked 7, Sweden, which is ranked 8, Germany, which is ranked 9, Italy, which is 19th, but again, they're the host, and then France, which is ranked 10th, which they get in because Russia is banned.
Okay.
So everyone in Group A is going to advance to the quarterfinals, like no matter what.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Basically, they're just once again competing to see what seed they're going to be in the quarterfinals.
Okay.
In Group B, only 3 teams will move on. So in Group B is a knockout round for 2 of the teams.
So Group B is like, get your shit together if you want to compete in the Olympics.
Group B is like 3 of you move on and you're competing for the 6th, 7th, and 8th seed.
Right.
So Group A automatically gets the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 seed. Group B is only competing for 6, 7, and 8 seed. And then they go right into like the quarterfinal format of like single elimination.
See, I understand women's better than men's.
That's kind of just your general default state, I feel like. You tend to be more attuned to women than men. And that's part of why I like you so much. And then, so that's kind of the way they are both established.
Okay.
And then the games are, the games, but overtime is a little different in Olympic hockey. So in the earlier rounds, if teams are tied after regulation, they'll play a 5-minute 3-on-3, and then they will go to a shootout, but it's a 5-skater shootout, not a 3-skater shootout.
Okay.
Then once they get to the quarterfinals, teams will play a 10-minute 3-on-3 instead of a 5-minute 3-on-3, and then again progress to a 5-skater shootout.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I was just making sure you're still with me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. And then finally, the gold medal game is like a traditional playoff hockey game with full 5-on-5 periods until the golden goal is scored.
The golden goal?
That's what they call it.
They do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Yeah. And then same with like the bronze game, I believe it's the same.
The bronze goal?
Yes. The until the bronze goal is scored. So that's just like a little overview of how Olympic hockey works. So it's just a little different. There's, some changes. I'm sure it'll make more sense when the actual professionals explain it, but
yeah, no, I mean, I get it. So that's exciting. Yeah. I'm excited for, Team Canada women's.
Yes.
And Team Canada men's.
I'm excited for Team Canada and Team US women's.
Yep.
I'm excited for Team Czechia women's because our girl Vanashova is going to be
nice.
there.
Yeah.
Or Venisheva.
God, yeah, shoot.
Our girl Venisheva is going to be there.
She's our girl, but we don't know how to say her name.
Listen, we're no better than the national broadcasters. We're terrible, terrible people. And I'm looking forward to men's Canadian hockey.
Yep.
And men's Finland hockey.
Yep.
Men's Swedish hockey too.
Yeah, Sweden is kind of interesting.
They're supposed to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be super fun. And, we can fit this in around our curling schedule and it'll be great.
Yeah, no. And I'm excited when the figure skaters show up and pair up with the NHL players, like cutting edge style.
Yeah, that's what they do, right?
Yeah.
They do the
NHL players lift them up into the air and they do twirls. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, no, I am excited for figure skating too, because we've been following some of the men's and women's stuff that leads up to this, right? You got Ilya, what's his face?
The quad god.
You got Alyssa, what's her face?
Alyssa Liu.
And Alyssa's friend.
There's Amber. I'm blanking on her last name right now.
Amber, what's her face? Yep.
But she's great.
Yep,
so,
she is.
Yes. No, I'm very excited to see some of the figure skating. So
yeah.
I'm like out of the loop on figure skating, but I'm getting back into the loop on figure skating.
Out of the loop.
Oh boy. Yeah. No, that was an unintentional pun. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited too. And I have that one video in YouTube saved for us to watch, or mostly for me to watch, is how to tell the different jumps apart and all that kind of stuff. Because I know when something looks good, but I don't know if it's a triple sow cow or a quad toe loop.
Or a triple Lutz or you're just like, that's pretty.
I'm all vibes.
All vibes, no knowledge.
Yep.
Which is kind of our general, like,
That's my general vibe.
our general milieu around here. Like, all vibes, no knowledge. And I honestly kind of think that's the way to be.
Yeah.
Like, at least we know, like, at least we're self-aware about it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So our next podcast episode, we'll have a little bit of NHL stuff to talk about, but we'll probably be starting to get into Olympic stuff a little bit, maybe too. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked that far ahead of the schedule. Look, we're all just living in the day-to-day in the moment.
Exactly.
We're all just doing our best.
I'm just over here looking up the curling rankings right now.
Of course you are.
I gotta figure out how that sport works.
Well, I'm sure there's a YouTube video about that too.
Don't worry, I'm on it.
And that's going to be the end of regulation for this week's episode of Ice is Slippery. You can find us on Tumblr, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram at Ice is Slippery Pod. You can also email us at iceisslipperypod@gmail.com, where we'd love to get suggestions for games and hear your hockey hot takes. Until next week, stay out of the penalty box.